Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Modeling League Spike Magazine Trophy Week number 2. And we've got, SB Beaver, thank you for the sub. Very kind. 37 months. Has it been that long? You know what? 37, that was the number on that clip of Evangelion. Coincidence? Yes. We've got a double header tonight. We got a pretty good matchup tonight. We got Bash versus Adge tonight. To get things started, it's going to be the White Skull Windbreakers versus Elfitus Australis, Doug the Minotaur versus Eric Orcs versus Wood Elves. Let's take a look at these standings here in week number 2. in Division A, currently in first place, the Juxtaposed Juggernauts, War Horsemen's team, the Chaos Renegades. They are Chaos Renegades. 1-0 is their record, followed closely behind by Stairway to Nuffle El Duerino's Underworld Denizens. 1-0-1 is their record. And in third place, the Real American Heroes, coached by Dead Fred. They'll be up in our second game this evening. Dark Elves, 1-0-0 is their record. And in Division B, currently in first place, the Return of Venger, Mr. Yuck. Nurgle team, 1-1-0 is their record, followed closely behind by our league champion, Doug the Minotaurs. White Skull Windbreakers, they're up tonight, right now. The York team, 1-0-0. And in third place, his opponent, Eric's Elfitus Australis, a Wood Elf team, also undefeated after week number 1. The White Skull Windbreakers are the home team this evening. They're coming in at a TV of 1,470,000 gold, a 13-player roster. 4 of these big unblockers. They've got the big guy, the troll, 4 blitzers, a thrower, a goblin, and a couple of linemen, 5 dedicated fans, 3 rerolls, 1 apothecary. They're going to be up against this Wood Elf team this evening. And the Wood Elf team coming in at a TV of 1,020,000 gold. That's 450,000 gold in petty cash. So we'll be coming back to this Elf team. That's a lot of petty cash. We'll talk about that in a minute. A full 11-player roster for this Woody team. Leveled up Michael Jordan, the #1 War Dancer, with none other than Strip Ball. Strip Ball means if you get a push on a player, so long as you push them back, you'll strip the ball out of their hands. There's a caveat to that we will talk about in just a second. 2 War Dancers, a catcher, and a whole bunch of linemen. 2 dedicated fans, 2 rerolls. How are these 2 teams going to play tonight? Well, the Wood Elf team being the lower team, they're getting a ton of TV. You have that much money, I think you pick up Morgenthorg, right? Morgenthorg with a strength of 6 in this version of the rules has block and mighty blow +2. That means that if Morg comes onto the pitch here, then Elfitus Australis, when they are making an armor or an injury roll, they get a +2 to whichever one of those rolls they needed on. That's going to bring down the effective AV of this Orc team down to Wood Elf levels on the stronger pieces and less than that on the weaker pieces. Otherwise, if you want to pick up the Wizard, maybe Eldril Sidewinder is a good star player to pick up. Eldril has a standard strength of 2, has that Adge 2+ that you want on an Elf team. MA of 8, you want that speed on an Elf team as well. Has catch, dodge, hypnotic gaze, on the ball, nerves of steel. Pretty solid pickup for 230, I believe, which will allow him to get the Wizard if he wants to choose that inducement as well. But the White Skull Windbreakers tonight on offense, right? So they're the bashy team. They win by murdering the elves, but that means on offense, because he's up against such high agility and high speed, he wants to really have a tight cage on offense. He doesn't want to give this Wood Elf team an opportunity to get in on the ball carrier. That thrower almost always going to be the ball carrier for 90% of the offense for the White Skull Windbreakers tonight, and that is not just because it's the thrower, but more importantly because of Sure Hands here. Sure Hands is going to negate the strip ball skill on that #1 War Dancer that Elfitus Australis. That's right, I pronounced that right. Is bringing onto the pitch this evening. Lots of guard as well, which means we'll probably see a blitzer, maybe 2, on the cage as well, just to ensure that if somebody gets in on that thrower, that there'll be an assist coming in there, making that a strength for Duck the Minotaur as well. Lots of strength on the roster here. The blockers have a strength of 4. One has the block skill. Of course, you have the troll with the strength of 5. All of the blitzers have block. 3 of them have guard. 2 have mighty blow. He has 2 players with tackle. And of course the goblin, who can be thrown in a pinch, but otherwise is there to foul away. He's absolutely 100% going to try to remove every single one of these wood elves off the pitch tonight. But that means that Eric and Elfitus Australis, their game plan on defense is to back up. Back up. B.1234 says can't talk tonight. I don't know what that means, but I'm talking. They're gonna back up on defense. That means they don't want to give up these blocks to this really aggressive bashy team that's gonna put the pain on them. AV 8+, not a lot of AV. It's very easy to roll an 8+ and then start removing these players as well. Doesn't have the strength to go up against the high strength either, so he's looking at 2 die blocks. He's looking at 3 die blocks tonight if he gives them up. He wants to hold the offense, or he wants to hold the opponent to a blitz a turn if he can at all help it. He's going to try to do that by setting up those 2 die blocks, pushing those players away from them, and in the worst case, dodging away. That means all of his positive dodges are 2+. So if he just has to make a couple of dodges, no sweat. He's got it. The problem is he only has 2 rerolls. Once he's burned through those rerolls, the odds on everything changes dramatically. On offense, he's going to use his speed to his advantage. He's going to hang back. He's going to try to open up a hole, maybe threaten the pass, and then book downfield to score in a couple of turns. He needs to time this in a way that he doesn't lose 2-1. That means if he wins the coin toss, he wants to be on defense to start with. That'll ensure he has an 11-player defense, and it also alleviates the pressure of trying to figure out the game of when to score and when not to score, unless I should say, the offense scores in the first half of the game. I don't know who to give this to on paper, really. I think it's pretty even on paper here tonight. I think the lack of rerolls hurts Elfitus Australis a little bit, but Wood Elves are a solid roster at any TV, I think. Sure, they don't have the skills to go in the bashing game, but they don't want to be bashing against this Orc team. They want to use their agility and use their speed to their advantage. On defense, if they can just step back, screen out these Orcs, or not even screen them out, but just stay in front of these Orcs. And on offense, score when you want to, you've won the game. If Moore comes onto the pitch, he'll have a lot of that strength that he's missing. Mighty Blow +2 can be used to great effect. That means that he can now start looking at 3 die blocks himself. If not, then that means that the White Skull Windbreakers will be marking Morganthorpe with so many players that it's going to give this elf team a little bit of breathing room on offense and even on defense. All right, here we go. 450K in petty cash. There it is. Let's see who he picks up here. Morg is 430, I think. 380. Holy moly. So you can see Mighty Blow +2 has the block skill as well. Strength of 6, edge of 3+. Massive AV of an 11+. Strength 6 means 1 assist against an average player is giving you the 3 die block with Mighty Blow +2 and the block skill. Boot Polish, thank you for the bits. There it is, Morg indeed coming on the pitch. Picking up a keg and an assistant coach as well. My goodness gracious, it's not every day you see Morganthorpe. Here's the kick. Here's the kick. Here's the coin toss. Windbreakers won the coin toss. They might set up on defense here, just to prevent this Elvish team from getting their full defense. Went ahead and decided to go on offense instead, so be up against a full 11-player defense by Elfitus Australis. I have to imagine Morg will be swapping in for one of these linemen. There he is. Chicho sneaked the number 7 lineman off to the sideline. Repositioning to an anchor here. He'll bring Morg back onto the pitch here. Setting up with this this split anchor that we've seen El Nubarino use to great effect in the past. 3 players on the line. Morg, inside linebacker on this defense. 11 players now for the Windbreakers to set up on offense. Coming up after this game tonight, we're going to have the Real American Heroes versus the Dead Poets. That's Dead Fred versus S. Beaver. Dark Elves versus Undead. That's scheduled for 10:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's about... wait, it's 9:30, right? Pretty sure it's scheduled for 9:30, which is about an hour and a half from now. 6-player offensive line here for the Windbreakers. The thrower, of course, back to receive. Speaker says, think a 5th team reroll is worth 140K. No. It's as succinct as I can put that. 30 seconds left to set up the line here. Morgan Thorg, that inside linebacker, wants to keep him mobile and be able to blitz with Morg. Let's see if the Windbreakers tag him on this first turn. Now the kick. Elfitus Australis does not have a kicker. You usually see a kicker picked up a little bit, a little bit later in a team's composition when they have picked up some key skills to start with. But on an elf team, like a wood elf team, I think kick is a much better skill for that team than it is for other teams, just because you have that speed and edge where if you can put the ball where you want it, you can be a real pest to your opponent. Either for the onside kick, and now you're in there. Maybe you've caught it, or maybe you're up against a real slow team and you just kick it right into the corner of the pitch, and they just won't have enough time to score. Blitz kickoff event. Morgan Thorg blitzing the Troll and moving back into position. The Troll's going to stand up and move back into position in that left tackle orientation. And now first block of the game. That's the removal. 1-man player advantage now for the Windbreakers. Gonna get the knockdown here. Mighty blow in play. Remove that right defensive tackle here. The first block of the game for the Windbreakers. Boot polish, thank you. Thank you for the bits. Setting up the 3-die block here will be a push. Oh, that Troll's just... Sure that Troll's not really stupid already. He's just like clapping and looking over here. Two-die block at the line. This will be a push. Blitz spent. Can't get anybody in on Toko. Last Dance, the number 11 lineman. Windbreakers moving players back to get a protective pocket on the ball. 3+ pickup works out. Well done. And the ball moves up to the Windbreakers' own 12-yard line. Yeah, pulling players back. Really needs to protect this ball from these really fast elves. Turn 1 now for Elfitus Australis. I need to be paying attention. I gotta learn a thing or two for this week. I gotta take notes. Morg blitz. 2-9 Morg blitz gets a push here. Really, really wants those knockdowns with Morgenthorpe, but even if he doesn't get them, Morg has that strength of 6, exerting tackle zones. Ooh, rushes Morg back into position where he started. Has those tackle zones, can really control a chunk of the pitch there. Fails that 2-9 dodge. Boy, with just 2 rerolls, elects not to spend it here. He says, that's fine, that's my turn. Turn 2 back to the Windbreakers. Oh, got stunned as well. The Fury, the number 10 lineman dodges away. 2-die block's gonna work, or 3-die block's gonna work out against Last Dance. Doesn't break armor. Last Dance really had nowhere safe to go. Could have done a 3+ dodge to a 2+ dodge. But failed that easier dodge, and Eric said, I don't think spending the reroll's worth it here, and I think I agree. Part of the game of Blood Bowl is knowing when to spend your rerolls. Just because you have a reroll doesn't mean you should spend it. It's a resource you have, right? So if you're going to spend a resource you have, you want to make sure that you're getting something out of it, right? Like, you don't just burn money in the fireplace. 2-die blitz, another push here against Old Branch, the number 5 lineman. And now 2-die blitz against Old Branch, or 2-die block. Will be a knockdown here. Breaks armor. Gets a KO. 2-man player advantage now for the Windbreakers. SP Viewer says, let's hope I get this luck with elves tonight. Windbreakers dipping into their bonus clock now. Yeah, there's that tight cage. Turn 2 now, back to Elfitus Australis. Tonight blitz with more. Got the pal here. Mighty Blow +2 is going to make this an AV 8+. And if he doesn't need it for the AV roll, he'll get it for his injury roll, but can't break armor. Plenty of movement left with Morgenthorpe. I could have sworn Morgenthorpe was two people, but I guess not. Good 2-die dodge this time by Last Dance. The number 11 defensive tackle is going to move one space back away from this offensive line. Wow. Cacho quote. Cacho prime. Cacho dash. Number 6 lineman in the left wide zone is going to move forward a space. Still not being marked. Good dodge by the Panther over in the right wide zone. And now turn 3 to the Windbreakers. No blocks. Given up to this Orc offense. That's the way you want to do it. It's the only block dice that the Windbreakers are going to roll this turn are their blitz. Windbreakers don't have their goblin on the pitch. That means probably not looking to foul anybody here. If he gets a knockdown on a War Dancer, he absolutely will go for the foul. War Dancers, really important pieces on this Wood Elf team. They start as Blodgers, MA8, strength of 3, edge of 2+. They also have Leap. Double skulls on the Blitz here, has to re-roll it into a POW. The Windbreakers down to 2 re-rolls now for the half. Can't break armor. Got through the really stupid roll with the Troll. Troll's going to cross the line of scrimmage here. Takes a mark on Morgenthorg and now has the assist for next turn to get a 2-die on Morgenthorg. Cage advances 1 space forward. The ball now on the Windbreakers' own 2-yard line. Turn 3, back to Elfitus Australis. Taking it easy, staying in front of this offense. Pulls in the catcher, Alan Parsons, to get the assist for the 2-die on the number 10 Blitzer. Re-rolls this. It would have been a turnover. Re-rolled it into a knockdown. Looking for a 10+. 10+ is tough. And naturally didn't get it. What does C do? What does C do? Huh. Play with camera controls. Yeah, big Morgenthorg injury here. Trolls have reach. What just happened? The Troll has regen. I hate that. Big block by Morgenthorg here. While I fiddle with the camera. Got the injury. However, regen's a 4+ roll. And that Troll's just going to regen and be back in this game in the upcoming drive. 1-man player advantage now for the Windbreakers. Elfitus Australis will be fine with that, despite not getting the removal, or despite not getting the injury. The removal's just fine. The less pieces you have to deal with turn to turn as a fragile team, the better. Turn 4 now for the Windbreakers. 2-die block on the right side of the line works out to the block skill, but getting no push out of that. And now 2-die block on number 10 will be a push. El Brian the Fury. There's a Tekken character named Brian Fury. Two-die block on Last Dance. The number 11 lineman back towards center pitch will be a knockdown. Breaks armor. Gets a stun. Has the mark on Morgenthorg, but no longer has the strength to really go after the blocks. Now it's just about keeping Morgenthorg out of the drive. 2-die block on the Fury once more. This will be a knockdown. 8+ breaks armor. Look at this guy, just like doing katas. Like you're in a game, my man. his circus career. Two-die blitz on the number 7 lineman. Gets the knockdown. Mighty blow will make this a 7+, but doesn't get it. Man, Eric did a cool job with the uniforms. Those are so unique. Two-die blocker over on the left side now. Gets a pal on Cacho, we'll call him Cacho Quote. Cacho Quote. Breaks armor. He got another stun. Pretty good stun here if he can convert on this. Crosses the line of scrimmage here in turn 4. The ball's now on the opposing 2-yard line. And a tight cage to keep those War Dancers out. Turn 4. Final turn of the first quarter. Elfitus Australis on defense. They've lost 2 players, but they've removed a couple of them, or they've removed one themselves, and that was that big strength 5 troll. 1-man player advantage for the Windbreakers. Good 2+ dodge away by the number 3 catcher. All of these elves have an agility of 2+. I mean, so long as they are dodging into a spot with no negative modifiers, it's +2. There it is. Now 2-die block on Bull Snort back toward the left of the cage will be a push. Not getting the pals he wants on Mort. When he gets them, they're huge. And now 1-die on Bull Snort again gets the pal here, but it's going to be a 10+ to break armor. Wow! Wow! Serious injury here. Windbreakers debating the apothecary. War Dancer. A War Dancer removes one of those blockers. Those blockers have a strength of 4. Another high strength piece removed here. (9v9) on the pitch. The Windbreakers in the second half. Currently on the opposing 2-yard line. They have 4 turns to get this ball into the end zone. Food polish. My condolences, but also thank you for the bits. 2 rerolls left for the Windbreakers. Just 1 reroll remaining for Elfitus Australis. Moves an lineman in for the assist on Morganthorpe. It's 3 assists, so 4, 5, 6, 7 is a 2-die block. Got the pal. Gonna be real tough to break armor on Morg. 3 ways to do it. Can't break armor. It's a great way to take the block as well because it pushes Morg away and frees up one of your players. The Blitzer, an important player here, a Blitzer with guard. And Mighty Blow, let's not forget. Maybe you'd want the guard player on, but strength 6 is just so much strength. Now moves Turtleburp, the number 3 blocker. Take a mark on Scotty Pippen, the number 2 War Dancer. War Dancers, very important pieces on the pitch. Under 7 minutes in bonus time remaining for the Windbreakers. Plenty of time for the rest of the game. They're trying to decide where they want this ball to be We'll see how aggressive they get if they go to the 4 or stay on the 2. I imagine they're going to stay on the 2. Yes, indeed he does. Shifts that ball one space to the left. And it's going to tighten up this cage and go to turn 5, back to the defense here. I don't know what it is about games, right? It doesn't matter what it is, right? Board games, video games, sports. But like, when you're watching, it's like, oh yeah, that's obvious. But when you're playing, you're like, I don't know what to do. Right? We are all champion gymnasts when watching the Olympics. Gets a knockdown here on Turtle Burp. It's going to push him back into that cage. Had I played that turn, my ball carrier would just be marked by 4 elves right now. Two-die War Dancer blitz here, gets a PAL. He's going to have to take the PAL here. He doesn't have to, but he doesn't want that both standing results. Otherwise, he does have the option to take the both standing result against a player that doesn't have the block skill. Very situational, I think, in most situations. In Blood Bowl in general, but even for these, particularly for these fragile teams, if you knock down, you can follow up, and if you push, you stay put. But these elves really don't want to be putting themselves in a situation where they're giving up a lot of blocks to a bashy team. Turn 6 now for the Windbreakers. This Elven defense has been absolutely impeccable, stopping the offense so far. The offense has not been able to get past the opposing 2-yard line. Oh no, who's this poor fella? Who is this guy? Nobody, he didn't even get a proper burial. Minute 15 left on the clock here in turn number 6. Dead Freddy, welcome to the stream. Dead Freddy says that's Bellarnila, of course. In remembrance. Gets the mark, get the 2-die blitz over on the right side of the pitch here. This will work out due to the block skill, and got an injury. Another removal for the Windbreakers. That gives them the 1-man player advantage again. Good blitz here by the Windbreakers, but what's the plan? Is it going to be to move to the right? Looks like that's exactly what he's going to do here. Boot Polish, thank you for the bits. Boot Polish excited for the injury. Fellow orc coach. Committing to that right wide zone, but now it's going to take a bunch of marks here. He doesn't want this defense to stall out by these elves getting in front of him and to the side of him. There it is. Turn 6 now for Elfitus Australis. I imagine they're still going to try to do this. So he takes these marks. He's going to force these players to roll dice. But if Elfitus Australis can get players here, right, and let's just say here, you'd be able to stop the offense. The problem is by Doug Mintar spreading out his offense here, even if they get players here, they've still got to protect this because a hole here can move this ball this way. Last dance, the number 11 lineman moving back into a secondary position. Oh, I don't care who's dying so long as someone's dying. Good 2+ dodge by the catcher. Catcher's on the left side of the line now. They're just behind the defensive line. And good 2+ dodge by the number 10 lineman to get in front of the cage. Two die blitz by the War Dancer is going to be a push. He's going to chain push into the ball carrier and push that ball carrier onto the sideline. Two die block. Back at center pitch will be a knockdown by Morgenthorpe. 88+ here. Normally a 10. Doesn't get it. Football says I just like elves, but I understand Bash. Ash needs to go away. No, it does not. The Panther, the number 8 lineman, now taking a mark on the ball carrier for the first time in this game. Turn 7 for the Windbreakers. They have to end this turn in scoring position. Fantastic defense here by these Wood Elves. White Skull Windbreakers really contemplating their move here. This is a very important turn for the Windbreakers. Dead Freddy says, yeah, death to all elves. Gotta have edge. You gotta have edge in a game like this. Just like in a fighting game. If you're gonna be allowed to block, you gotta have throws. No action by the Windbreakers here. 35 seconds left on the clock. Really deliberating. Finally stands up Air Biscuit. Air Biscuit currently marked by Morgenthorpe. Way back at center pitch. The play currently on the right sideline on Elfitus Australis' 4-yard line. Ball's in possession by the Windbreakers thrower. He is marked by a lineman. Von Rue, welcome to the stream. Two-die blitz gets a push on that catcher. Has to end in scoring position. Repositions the blitzer to get the assist for the two-die on Morgenthorpe, but will only get a push out of this. Morg's going to stay in action here on turn 7. Windbreakers really dipping into the bonus clock on this turn. Not getting the knockdowns they're looking for. It looks like they're going to try to move this ball. Oh boy, what's the plan here? A handoff, maybe? Yep, tries to hand off. These 3+. We'll have to re-roll this. Hands off to the blitzer, and he's going to park this ball right here. There it is. Good rush. Moves back to center pitch. We just talked about that a turn ago, how The Elves would have to cover all that ground here. It's a little tough to do. Ball's now on the opposing 12-yard line at mid-pitch. And this blitzer, the one who denied it, in scoring position. Good rush to mark the number 3 catcher and get another mark on Michael Jordan here. Turn 7 now, back to Elfitus Australis. They've done a great job all half here at stopping these orcs, but now they've got to reposition and they've got to cover the entire pitch. So let's look at scoring, right? 1 GFI, which means he can come out here and do it. 1 GFI. 1 GFI, which means he can come out here and do it. There's just so much ground to cover. He might be... Oh, something really weird's happening on my computer. I'm sorry. All right, Elfitus Australis setting up some columns to try to stop this score. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't do it that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can do it that way. So pretty good defense here as it is. Might want to dodge the War Dancer to secure this side. Failed the dodge here. Has to spend the reroll, yeah, and got that War Dancer into position. War Dancer's not actually here. This is a bug, but War Dancer's here where he wants him to be. This is a great defense now. So he's covering, well, really, he's covering all of this pitch now, and this is just enough. Just enough pitch to cover this. The current ball carrier cannot score unless he goes through this zone. There we go. That was so weird. Gonna try to blitz down number 8, it looks like. Here it is, 2-die blitz. He'll get the knockdown. Got an injury out of it. Great removal. That's gonna be another player removed for the second half of the game. Hands off to number 6. Just 2 rushes. This is how he avoids the dodges. What a stellar play. I did not see that coming whatsoever. That's how he avoided that trap. He was able to get the blitz, pull or hand off back, avoid the dodges to just make it 2 rushes. Very well done. Is he still running? Poop Polish, thank you so much for the bid. What a fantastic play by Doug, the Minotaur here, to avoid that stacked column trap there. 2 rushes to score. My word. There'll be 1 turn left in this half unless there's a riot, not a riot, a timeout. We don't have riots anymore. Doug, the Minotaur, gonna leave 3 players on the line. Everybody else going back. He's gonna leave that troll on the line just because if he doesn't, you know, Morg's coming in to beat someone up. And he may still do. Two-man player advantage for the Windbreakers. As all of these defensive players all the way back here just to ensure that he's maximizing dodges in case there's a timeout and screening out the pitch. Does Eric have some sort of one-turn tech? We'll see. Looks like he's trying to set up for one. Doesn't have a reroll. Both War Dancers back to receive. If he had a one-turn tech, it's got to be the catcher, right? Yeah. Looks like he's got something up his sleeve. Needs 3 pushes on that catcher in order to score. You can see. Well, you can't. Well, it's MA8, so it comes out to here. And then 1-2, right? And leaves him with 3. So he needs 3 pushes to get that catcher into the end zone. One second left to set up. That's going to have to do it. We'll see if his plan plays out here. The Windbreakers to kick. Well, if he had a plan and Doug's aware of it, he won't have a plan here. Doug, with 6 players to blitz with, says no. So I think Doug says, I don't think you've got a one-turn in you. Turn 8 for Elfitus Australis. Final turn of the first quarter. Coming up after this game, we're going to have Dark Elves versus Undead. Dodge, rush, 2-die, blitz. No, that's not what he wanted. If he wanted a one-turn TD out of this, that's not. Hey! Wow, the apothecary may be spent here. Nope, he says you're dead. Get out of my face. Wow. Well, if he wanted the one-turn, that wasn't the way that happens, but Nuffle's kind. Nuffle says, you know what? Maybe you won't get a TD, but how's this? How's this? Got the kill. The apothecary was not spent. So it'll still be a three-man player advantage. I believe a 3-man player advantage. Going into the second half here, Elfitus Australis will be on offense. They're down a touchdown. This is a tricky spot to be in because this elf team still very capable of scoring. and they can do it early. But if they do, they give this Orc team all the time in the world to try to come back and win this game 2-1. So do you play for the win? Do you play for the draw? And if you're playing for the win, what's your game plan for recovering the ball? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. The catcher taking the block on the troll. Both down result. The catcher's injured, and that catcher will be out of the game. And it will be a 4-man player advantage for the Windbreakers. Windbreakers. I would be surprised if he doesn't spread this defense out against this Elven team. Looks like he's spreading this team out. It's up against a really fast, agile team. He doesn't want them getting by him. Might set up with some chevrons here on defense. Looks like he's second guessing. He says, no, I'm fine with the anchor. And that's what it's going to be. The defense setting up in an anchor formation or giving up both wide zones. Elfitus, Australis set up their offense. They're going to be down 4 players. Three players. I'm sorry, they have Morg on the pitch. 3 players. 3-man player advantage for the Windbreakers. 11v8. Morgan Thorg at the center position, going toe-to-toe with that center defensive tackle, the big strength 5 troll. 2 big unblockers on the line. They each have a strength of 4 as well. If Morg can get the knockdown, he'll get a 2-die across the board here. 2 ward answers back to receive. Here's the kick. Prayers to Nuffle. Intensive training. One of your players without the loner trait available for this drive gains a primary skill of your choice for the match. Well, do I get to choose? What is this? Why do I get to choose? Surely I can't choose. Surely I can't choose. Barking Backside's gonna earn the dirty player trait. Praise Nuffle. Barking Backside. Where is he? There he is. Barking Backside, the number 14 lineman. The dirty player. Doug the Minotaur looking to remove these elves. That's how you stop them from scoring. You just beat them into a pulp. Gets that push. Gets the 2-die blitz here against Air Biscuit. Will get the knockdown. Moves that War Dancer back across the line of scrimmage. Blitz with the War Dancer because the War Dancer has the block skill. And apparently some sick kicks. 2-die block on the right. Defensive tackle gets a push. Two pushes and a knockdown on the line. Blitz has been spent. Two-plus pickup works out, and we have 2 War Dancers. Scotty Pippen. Ball on the 22-yard line. Advances to the 18-yard line. And now turn 9 for the Windbreakers. All these kicks, it reminds me like he's like part of the cast of like one of those like crappy VHS direct-to-video action movies, and he's on set practicing his scene. Two-die blitz on Cacho Quote. Gets a knockdown here. 7+ with Mighty Blow. Doesn't break armor, he'll follow up. Takes another mark on Michael Jordan, the #1 war dancer. Marking all these elves, that's what you do. Morgenthor's basically a strength 6 Ogrin with Ogrin. Ogrin. against these Eldari. Strength 6 Ogre without that boneheaded. Lots of marks taken. That's what you do. Elfitus Australis now in turn 10. They're behind by 1 touchdown and a handful of players. I guess it's not a handful, it's 3. A handful would be 5, I guess? Two-die block on the line by Morgenthor, gets a pal. AV 8+ on this troll. Can't get the armor break. 1 pip shy. Remember, that's Mighty Blow, so if he doesn't even need the +2 for his armor roll, he'll get it on the injury roll, which is massive. What on earth just happened there? I have no idea. Did he second guess his dodge? Two-die block on the line. Spend a reroll here into a push. Took the 1-die block on the blitzer. Got the pal. Looking for a 10+. It's the level 3 blitzer, the one who dealt it. Doesn't break armor. Elfitus Australis now on the bonus clock. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left. 1 reroll left for the game. They're up against 3 rerolls from the Windbreakers. Good 2+ dodge over in the right wide zone. It's not going to save him from that dirty player. Two-die blitz now against the left outer blitzer here, number 10. He'll get a push. And no armor break. And then 2 rushes to move that blitzing ball carrier back to safety. Potentially. All right, this is MA5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A rush will mark. Elfitus Australis not too concerned with the mark, but they're down to 1 reroll. #1 Troll's going to stand right back up and face Morgenthor like a champion, like a hero. possible blitz coming up on number 11. Takes a mark at least. Number 11 is the outside lineman in the right wide zone. Takes an outside mark on Cacho Quote, the number 6 lineman. Blitz on the left side against Michael Jordan here. It's either a push or both standing result. Needs a pal to knock down a war dancer. Gotta go with the both standing result. This means it's gonna have to move some people over. I'll have to shift someone here. Doesn't really matter who. Unless he's unafraid of this ball getting by him. There it is. There's that shift over to the left. 4 minutes, 23 seconds on the bonus clock for the Windbreakers. They're going to lock down Last Dance over in the right wide zone. Last Dance effectively taken out of this drive. He is an elf, so it could be a 3+ dodge to a 2+ dodge back to safety, or even downfield. Fantastic game played by both coaches here so far. Turn 11 for Elfitus Australis. They have the ball on their own 8. And they're finding every single one of their players, other than the ball carrier, marked. Double pals with Morgan Thorgon. The troll got a stun out of it. Rolled an 8 on the armor break. Got that +2 to get through it, but that means didn't get the +2 on the injury roll. Good 2+ dodge. Back to the right. Two-die blitz. Gets a knockdown here against the one who supplied it. The number 8 blitzer over on the right side of the line of scrimmage. Great armor. Gets a good stun here. Plenty of movement left with this war dancer. MA8 is quite significant. And it looks like the ball's going to run through to the right side. Setting up that protective pocket. The safety only has an MA of 6, so you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is here. GFI gets him here. This is probably where the ball carrier is going to go. Ball carrier is going to go one more forward. Failed the rush. Is he going to spend the final re-roll here to try to get that protection on the front right corner of the ball carrier? He does. Oh, tough call. Oh, man. I think I would have relied on Blodge. Spent the final re-roll now, so Elfitus Australis with no re-rolls remaining. Turn 11 for the Windbreakers. They get a knockdown on Last Dance. This is going to free up Duck Call, number 5 big and blocker. He's behind this protective cage. Lumbers down pitch to get into the drive. Duck Call is going to take a mark on the front right corner of the cage now. He's marking from behind the corner. The one who denied it. That safety is going to move into position just in front of the corner. And now 2-die blitz on the left corner of the cage. It's going to be a good knockdown. Get a mark on the ball carrier here. Not only are these players marking this ball carrier, but it means if he stays put, these are dodges. Just nowhere for the ball to go. But remember, it is a war dancer, so he can leap. It's not quite the powerhouse it used to be. But he can move here, leap to here, and then move down pitch. Two-die block back at the line of scrimmage will be a POW. No armor break. He positions the blitzer to force Elfitus Australis to roll some dice. Where do they go? Where do they go? Turn 12. They're going to get the assist against the blitzer marking the war dancer. 2-die blitz on that blitzer. Gets a POW here. Shoves the other blitzer down pitch. And then a couple of good dodge here by Michael Jordan to move out to the left side of the pitch here. I wonder what the plan is. I guess Morg takes the block and then he's going to move the war dancer back this way. So Morg takes this block here and then he comes around this way. Maybe? SP Beaver says, I do enjoy how many flips the elves do when they get hit. So in 40K, there's a group of elves called the Harlequins. And they're like I don't know if circus is the right word, but they do dances, like they flip around and stuff in a very trapeze-like way. Yeah, there he goes. So didn't take the block with Morg, instead dodged away that war dancer over in the left wide zone. And now took the block with Morg. Wonder why that was the action order. Elfitus Australis now has this ball over in the left wide zone. It's in Scottie Pippen's hands, the number 2 war dancer. Good 2+ dodge to get Old Branch, the number 5 lineman, to the rear of the ball carrier. Some added protection. And remember, this war dancer is in scoring position now. Oof. For all the flipping they do when they fail that rush. It's like they just slipped. And just, it was real slick out today. Turn 12, final turn of the third quarter. Takes a mark on Cacho Quote over on the right side of the drive. I noticed on my house alarm settings the other day that there's like, you could set an option to do like an entrance delay. I understand an exit delay, but why would you set an entrance delay? Like, I feel like that's like a timer on how many things you can steal from me. Like an entrance delay of 60 seconds. It's like Supermarket Sweep. You've got 60 seconds to get however much you can fit in your cart. Nectalope, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Windbreakers. Got the KO on that block. Well done. Another one of these elves removed. Untrained troll. It's going to stand right back up here. This troll has not failed a really stupid roll all game long. What a smart cookie. This guy, he's been hitting the books. Me no stupid. He was very embarrassed, and now he's done the work. There's that goblin. The goblin's gonna mark Scottie Pippen. A rush for 2 marks here on Scottie Pippen. I think this is gonna push him out of scoring. Yeah. So if Scottie Pippen wants to take the dodge, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wouldn't be able to score. But remember, the War Dancer does have the leap skill. You can also bring in the assist here to make it a 2-die blitz against the goblin. Looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. So if he wants to take the blitz with Scottie Pippen, it'll be 2 rushes to no, it'll be 1 rush to score. Here it is. Both down result will work out. Oh, now it's going to be 2 rushes to score. There's that dodge. Rush 1, rush 2. He's got it. Well done. SP Beaver with the emergency rush warning. Thank you so much for the bits. There's the TD tying this ball game up in the 3rd quarter. 1-1 the score now. Fourth quarter begins. Elfitus Australis finds themselves with just 9 players? 8 players on the pitch. 3-man player advantage for the Windbreakers. Australis setting up in this this off-kilter defense here, giving up the left wide zone. Boot Butler says, is Eric aware of our league's 900% rush failure policy? I'm not sure. Seems like he's not. Onside kick here. Oh no, it's a pitch invasion. It's a pitch invasion. Knocks out Garza quote is the left outer linebacker. Just that one stun. Not knocks out, stuns, excuse me. 2-die block on the line would be a POW. Breaks armor. Let's see if he stays alive. He is. Oh boy, another 2-die block with POW. 8+. Mighty Blow makes it a 7+. Doesn't get it. Coming up after this game, we're going to have the Real American Heroes versus the Dead Poets. Dead Fred versus S. Beaver. Dark Elves versus Undead. Will be a very similar sort of game as to what we're seeing here. It'll be a bashy team versus an edge team. Three die block with the troll. Gets a push. Ball's been kicked to the opposing 4-yard line over in the right wide zone. The Windbreakers caging up around that ball. They have to be extra careful about not giving these elves an opportunity to get at the ball carrier. Blitzes with the one who denied it. Moves him down pitch to push into an assist. To push into a block. And still gets another push out of that. Moves the number 11 blitzer over to mark the pushed around player. Goblin comes into the mix on the left side of the line. Here's the 3+ ball pickup. Well done. Turn 14 coming up for Elfitus Australis. Stand up. 2+ dodge by the Fury. Brian the Fury takes a mark on the front of the cage here, marking both players on the front of the cage. Can't really do the War Dancer blitz here because he's not going to be able to strip ball thanks to the sure hand skill. Could still try for the knockdown though. Has the block skill on the War Dancer, so there are 3 faces on the die that would result in a knockdown. There's the defender stumbles result because the ball carrier does not have dodge. There's the both down result because he does have block. So 2 faces. I didn't think he had block. And then of course the POW. 2-die blitz on that downfield blitzer will be a push. And then repositions that blitzing War Dancer into a column in the right wide zone. Still giving up the sideline though. Good 2+ scary dodge. That was very growly. 2+ dodge by Toko. And now double skulls by Morgenthor. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Morg knocked down. Turn 14 now for the Windbreakers. This is freeing up Air Biscuit, which Elfitus Australis absolutely does not want here. Another player getting into the drive for free. Windbreakers with all 3 rerolls remaining. Unlike the LRB 6, you don't get 1 a turn, so he could spend all 3 of these in turn 16 if he wishes. Good knockdown here on the Fury, who was marking the front of this cage. I think Morg being cheaper and having Mighty Blow +2 makes him a no-brainer compared to the old rules. Provided you can afford him. Mighty Blow blitz on a War Dancer, gets a push. Will he spend the reroll here? He will not. Trying to pick off a War Dancer, pushes him back toward the line of scrimmage. he's trying to do is he's trying to keep him from repositioning backfield. And he'll do this by getting this block here. Really wanted the PAL this time. Got the PAL. Where's the Goblin? Got the PAL. 3 assists on this almost certain to be foul on the knockout on Scottie Pippen here. So he pushed him forward. That I wouldn't say took the War Dancer out of the play, but really pushed him out of position a little bit. But was able to push him into that chain block. Got a second block to get the PAL here, and now has 3 assists. If he wants to take the foul with one cheek squeak. That'd be an AV 5+. I'm sorry, 2 assists. AV 6+. Snotling territory. Try to remove this War Dancer. Well, he covered up the space now, so he can't go for the foul with one cheek squeak. Takes a mark on Last Dance. He's going to leave one cheek squeak in position to try to cover the ball carrier. Ball's going to advance across the line of scrimmage to the opposing 4-yard line. Oh, he will take the foul. All right, here it comes. AV 5+. Got called off the pitch. Only got a sun out of it. He can argue the call here. Don't see why he wouldn't. Succeeded on the argued call. Oh, no, he didn't. I saw the 6 here. I was like, oh, you got it. No, he didn't. Argued with the ref. The ref said, get out of my face. Turn 15 now for Elfitus Australis. They've got to try to stop the score here in 2 turns. No matter what happens at this point, this has been a great game played by both coaches. Really good play here. 2-die blitz against that Orc Blitzer. We'll get a push by the War Dancer. Elfitus Australis, no rerolls remaining for the game, so they have to be careful with their action order. Morgenthau in a bit of trouble here because the blocker has a strength of 4. These 2 players have guard, so it's already a 1-die against Morg. 1 assist will make that a 2-die. Another good dodge, trying to reset the defense. Trying to stay in front of the offense, just prevent them from scoring. Turn 15. I have to imagine we'll see the 2-die on Morg here. This will open up the left side of the pitch. There it is. Well, it's a whole bunch of dice on Morg. It's a... well, it's still 2 dice, but you know what I mean. A whole bunch of assists, rather, I should say. Spent the reroll. Oh, no! Oh, no! I'm almost heartbroken. Oh, boy. Set up the 2-die on Morg. Got greedy there on the push. Really wanted to free up this... He wanted to free up all these players so he could move the ball to the left and keep them protected. Re-rolled it into double skulls. Oh, no. Final turn of this game, 1-1 is the score. Eric must be breathing a sigh of relief here. Goblin has been called off the pitch. There's no threat of the throw teammate. Gonna get a pal here on the right outside blitzer. Do a chain push. I think that's enough, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's so fine. Who can anybody get down pitch? I don't think so. Yeah, that's gonna be the game, unfortunately. Yeah, that'll be the game. I wasn't sure if Elfitus Australis got somebody down here when I wasn't looking, but nope. This game's gonna end 1-1. Hard fought game by both coaches. Two die block against Barking backside. This is the temporary dirty player, Morgenthorpe, showing why he's a star. Got a KO. Moving players to safety. Final turn of the ball game. There's nothing the Windbreakers can do other than roll some dice for some SPP. Blitz on Brian the Fury. Get a knockdown. Can he get Kaz out of this? He cannot. Did I block on Morgenthorpe? Gets the pal. I would love to see an armor break on Morg. Nope. Maybe pass with a thrower. Hard fought game here by both coaches. The Elf defense very, very strong in the first half. Doug the Minotaur with a fantastic play to get the score. And then this Elven offense here in the second half started out for a quarter before they scored and were able to stop the follow-up score here to tie this game 1-1. Well done. Really well played by both coaches. And the White Skull Windbreakers are going to tie for first place with a win here. I'm sorry, with a draw here. They're tied with Wenger's Mr. Yuck. They face off against each other in... Have they faced off against each other? I could have sworn they faced off against each other. But I guess if they each have a 1-1-0 record, they haven't. All right. They're tied for first place with Elfitus Australis very close behind here in third place. You can see they all have a record of 1-1-0. They're tied for league points with 4 points apiece. After that, the tiebreakers who beat whom. And then after that, it's the TD differential. And then after that, it's how many touchdowns you've scored. So the TD differential is what's differentiating between first and third place. And then because the TD is 4 is tied for Mr. Yuck and the Windbreakers, they are sharing first place currently.